Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. The big weather story this week, you know it, it's Hurricane Florence, and we are tracking it all for you. A lot to get to today, so let's go ahead and get started here. Here is a look at the satellite loop over the past hour or so for Hurricane Florence. You see that really well-defined eye, and this is a very symmetrical storm. Florence is starting to intensify yet again. As we zoom on out, here it is right here. The max sustained winds as of the 11 a.m. advisory, 130 miles per hour. The pressure down to 950 millibars. It is a Category 4 storm right now. It's moving to the north and west. And here's that forecast cone as we go through time. First of all, we are expected to make landfall somewhere along the coast of the Carolinas as we go from late Thursday night into early Friday morning, likely as a major hurricane, so somewhere between Category 3 or Category 4 status. And I want you to notice something. See these lines right here? Those are those times that we're looking at. So this is for Friday morning, this line right here. This line is for the expected position at Saturday morning and then Sunday morning. You see these lines start getting close together? That's a sign that we do expect Florence to start to stall out. So it's going to go from a big wind issue for the coast as we go from, again, Thursday night to Friday morning through the good chunk of the day on Friday to more of a flooding risk after that as it starts to stall out. Another thing to keep in mind is this forecast cone is for the forecast for the center of circulation. So it could be just this far to the north as we head on into Friday or this far to the south. That track will make all the difference. As far as our forecast models are concerned, most of them kind of clustered here from Wilmington up towards Hatteras. We are seeing some new ones trying to bring this a little bit more to the south towards Charleston. And let's talk about why we're seeing kind of a split between more of a northern solution and more of a southern solution. So here's the wide view right here. There's Hurricane Florence. This right here, that's the wild card. This is a tropical disturbance that's moving into the Gulf of Mexico. And you're probably asking, what does that have to do with anything? Well, think of tropical systems as an area of low pressure, and then we have this area of high pressure that's actually steering Florence right now. High pressure, low pressure, it's not just one point, it's like a bubble of air. So we have a bubble of higher pressure air that's steering Florence right now, and then we have this bubble of lower pressure air near this disturbance right here that could have an impact on its eventual path. So here's the steering flow as it stands right now, but this little area of low pressure could actually weaken what we call a ridge. So weaken this area of high pressure just a little bit down in here. So kind of the edge of that high pressure bubble, right? And storms like to follow the path of least resistance. So if this weakens a bit, it may cause the storm to turn a little bit to the north, more to the north as it makes landfall. Still expected to make landfall, but if it turns a little bit more to the north as it reaches the coast, that could impact the impacts that we see around here. Right now, the rain forecast has the big swath of 10-inch plus rainfall, essentially from Raleigh off to the east. For us, somewhere between 3 and 7 inches of rain. But if that path just moves ever so slightly more to the west, just 100 miles, that's not far at all. You can move that 10-inch plus rain total over the Piedmont. And that is our fear right now. Still can't really nail down something as small as a 100-mile difference. That's why you need to be prepared for the worst. Bottom line is this. Here's what we're looking at right now. Winds right around 40 to 60 miles per hour with a few wind gusts in excess of that. That could cause power outages. That's a big problem. Flooding is going to be a big issue. Rain could continue to fall starting Thursday on through early next week. Still some time for that track to shift just a bit, but at the end of the day, you just need to be prepared for the worst, but hope for the best. That's kind of the theme that we have here. Rain chances around here today as we look at our local weather over the next 12 to 14 hours or so. Just a few spotty showers as we go through the afternoon, and we'll see those rain chances try to continue a bit on into the early evening hours. 40% chance of rain today. Tomorrow looks a bit drier, so if you do need to make those last minute preparations, the weather's not all that bad for it over the next 24 to 48 hours, and then we're going to see things go downhill through the day on Thursday, especially Thursday night into early Friday morning. And I think the worst of it will be after midnight Thursday through at least the first half of Friday. Then we'll just have to see exactly where that system stalls out as far as the rain chances after that. So certainly a very serious situation. And we're watching just those small scale details that will make all the difference. We're going to keep you updated, of course, both on air and online in the coming days to try to keep you updated on making the best decisions that you can make for your family.
A decent day outside, but you can feel that tropical air.
Oh yeah, it is absolutely smothering humidity out here right now. And That storm's going to be able to feed on that warm and moist air and on the very warm waters off the coast of the Carolinas.
Speaking of the coast, let's take a live look at Carolina Beach. Calm waters right now, but as we said, that will drastically change come Thursday.